Welcome to an introduction to vinyl record grading here. My name is Jimmy and I am with Swamp Sounds, Florida. And we are going to show you kind of a little bit of a way to kind of generally grade records if you ever approach any records and want to know. So we have mint, near mint. Under near mint we then have excellent, which will be just classified right in that steady place. So excellent. VG plus, we have VG. Dropping down below VG is then G plus, good plus, down to G. And then below G, we then have P, considered poor. So poor would be all the way at the bottom. If you went to a store and you grabbed a record brand new and it had never been opened before, this is what we would presume in our world as a mint record. It has never seen the light of day except when it left the factory. Since it has never been played, there should be no flaws. Take this little guy. Usually you can use anything like this. You can even use your nail. Don't be afraid of opening a record. Yeah, as we pulled the record out, we see, as you can see, the sleeve, even as they packed it, had corner problems and things. There's always going to be blemishes in any world regarding anything with the record. So looking at the disc as I pull it out, you can hear the static as it comes off, but just with a basic observation of looking at it, it just looks like it has never even been touched with fingerprints. You're not going to see any sort of blemishing. You might see dust or, localized static that's within the jacket. Wipe it down if you would like to. So you won't see anything cleaner than something that looks like this. This record is a record that had been opened about a week ago and only played one time at my vinyl night here. So in the technicalities of actual grading, you're going to see this is now a near mint disc because it's now been unsealed from a mint condition. So looking at this, you can still see the same gloss, the same condition and quality of the records as if it would still have been brand new, but it just has that technical, it has been now played as a near mint thing. You can still consider this mint. I don't know how other people would feel about that, but you even looking at this, you're not going to notice any blemishes. Now you're going to see some fingerprints. It's natural, it's going to happen. Squirrel Nut Zippers, great band, great music. It is important to also understand that everybody has a different grading scale, so you have to rely kind of on personal judgment, but on the good faith of the people that are providing you with grades, no matter if you are selling them. So it's going to be an excellent copy of Revolver here, overall grade with the jacket and the disc. We're keeping in mind these as well. It's not just the score of the media. As you can see, there is a strike mark that comes in across from here. Now, if you're going to mark something as something that is near mint or mint, it has to have zero, maybe a factory blemish to no flaws. And if you see something like this, that does negate the fact that it is near mint. This is what I would consider an excellent copy, since it does have an actual struck blemish on the B side. Now, there are signs of record wear that do become more evident, more apparent. Like, for instance, the time when this record came out in '86, this is Master of Puppets, this is an original copy, is what they would consider this more on the VG plus to VG. Now, very good. It's a more broader term than I would say in the mint and near mint world, so you would have to go kind of with the overall grading of both the jacket and the media itself, which is an overall score of a grade. In the overall terms of, okay, the jacket has a significant ring wear, you're going to see signs of slight weathering now as opposed to stuff that is brand new, hasn't even seen anything but probably the shelf that you put it on. You will find this being a more degraded value, so we would consider this probably VG or VG plus. And as you also look at the disc itself, it has signs of wear, there's smudges, there's love that has been shown that this record has been played. So here is VG plus of a Master of Puppets. You would see the disc, again, has the luster. This starts to degrade more into the good to maybe up into the VG category. It's a very, very more of an open scale for everybody to try their hand at. That's why it's important the right people grade them the right way. So the jacket itself is splitting all the way down from the spine to the opening side, on the bottom as well. However, the gatefold does negate that. You're splitting in here, taping, and then the actual record itself is pretty marked up overall on the A side, as you can see, cross scratching all over the disc in multiple different locations. You see it frequently on the entire record, and that is something that is also noticed on playthrough. Different noises and things you will hear through the actual course of the record too, so you have to consider that as well. Playability, the visibility, how it comes packaged in both the sleeve and the record is very, very important to be able to take all this into consideration when grading anything like this. We have here the final offering. We have Junior walk through the Soul Sessions. This is what I would consider a poor disc and poor jacket overall. So this is a pretty old record from the 70s, and it doesn't even have a chance. Somebody did try to give it a chance of life right here, as you can see. It's a little Scotch tape, not really the best for records overall, but again, this is completely split from its original spline. As you can see, it has weathered itself too. So weathering is not necessarily a sign of a degraded record, but in this case it would be, because it has completely split its way around. Looking at the disc too, there are significant heavy indents into the record, and these records were built to last back in the day. They were made with much more durable PVC. So I would consider this a poor record, something that I could just Goodwill off or give somebody, you know, for free. But you're going to see those basic general scoring arrangements when it comes to most records.